Hello, Flosstube. I am, it's Beth again, phantastitches, coming to you from my lovely bathroom. There's a kitty cat clock on the wall back there. I tried to record this video before, and for some reason, I guess there's a 19-minute limit, a 20-minute limit. I don't know. I know I did a longer video before. But anyway, so I'm going to try to get this over quickly. I talked about in the previous version of this video my ordeal at FedEx Kinko's involving my credit card, but I guess I won't go into that now since I don't really have time for it. But I went there because I wanted to enlarge the pattern that I was working on, that I wanted to work on, that my nephew gave me, because I don't want to show the whole thing, but it's very, very, very tiny, and I tried to use it without enlarging it, and I just couldn't do it. It's this is the picture. It's the piano, cat on a piano. And it's all grays and gold. There's a little bit of gold, and but it's mostly blacks and different shades of gray and whites. And it's very tiny. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the way I highlight or color black and white copies patterns. And because I was not going to enlarge, I was going to try to use that pattern as it was and not enlarge it. And it was all on one page, which is how I prefer charts to be. So I started to highlight one of the symbols. And the way I do it is, like every occurrence of that symbol, in this case like an up arrow, I pick a color of my colored pencils, and I color every instance of that up arrow the same color. So in this case, I chose a yellow-green color. And so I started off looking for every occurrence of that up arrow to color green. Well, it was too tiny. I couldn't do it, so I enlarged the copy. And this is it's huge. I'll just show you the back. So it's gigantic because I just picked 200%, and I probably could have gotten away with not 200, something smaller. But I want to show you a little bit of how because I just did a color copy. So like every instance of this up arrow symbol, I will color that shade of green, whatever. And then I'll pick whatever, and so I'll stitch all those up arrows, whatever color they are. It's some form of gray, I'm sure. So I'll stitch all those, and then I'll pick whatever the next closest symbol, I guess, and it might be another shade of gray. But on the working copy that I have, I'll color them all say orange. And color every instance of whatever that symbol is, say a triangle. So I'll color all those triangles orange, so I can see them all. And since I stitch basically one color at a time, so I start at the center because that's the way I learned, I guess. But I start at the center and work out, and I'll work. I won't necessarily start right at the center. I'll find the center and then find whatever color I've decided I'm going to do, so in this case, let's say the up arrows, and find the where that is closest to the center that looks like a logical place to start, and I'll start there, and then I'll figure it out as I go along. And so like I said, I'll take that green color and color all the up arrows in the whole pattern and stitch that one color until I've got them all. And then I'll move on to the next symbol and pick another color, and the color that I mark on the pattern is not necessarily related to the color that is in the chart. This cat is all shades of gray and black and white. You know, a little bit of gold and some other colors. But so I'm just gonna, you know, pick a color that stands out against its neighbor, so that, you know, like all of this color, all of these are green. So the next symbols, they're all going to be orange, and so I can tell, you know, it's not this one because these are all green and these are all orange, you know. So just something that stands out. And so the next color will be something else that stands out, say purple or blue or whatever, you know. And that way I can see all the instances of that color and do them all. So anyway, so I made a big copy of a big working copy of that cat, and I also have another one that I just another a kit that I bought at, I don't know, at Walmart or whatever, and I blew that one up as well because it was, you know, half the chart was on. I mean, I didn't blow it up. I just copied it, made a working copy because half the chart was on one side and half the chart was on the other side. So I just copied both pages and stuck them together so that, you know, I could have it. Because it's easier for me if I can see the whole chart in one picture. Even if it's big and unwieldy, I can see it all more easily when it's all one page. Anyway, so that's the way I stitch. It you know, like as somebody once has said on the Flosstube, there's no such thing as the stitching police. So whatever way works for you, you know, you can do it. The other thing on Stitch Mania, I at the beginning of January, since I couldn't work on the cat, it was too difficult. So instead, I decided to start with this Santa that I've had for years and years. And this is the picture. This is from a magazine from Cross Stitch Christmas 1995, I think is the name of the magazine, I guess. The designer is Melody Pons. I don't know. But I've had this forever. It says 1995 down here on the design. So it's, you know, Santa and the reindeer and the sleigh and, you know, and all that. And so there's Krynic colors, blending filament up here, white, one strand of white and and a few strands of blending filament, you know, white blending filament or whatever. And you can't see it here, but there's like a little star on the sleigh and some detail here, and then you see more of it in the red harnesses on the reindeer, and then there's some ribbon here. And then the runners of the sleigh is a combination of, again, of DMC and blending filament. And and there's a lot of fractionals of core stitches, you know, all over the place, and just all over the place. Made me crazy. I don't even know if I did, because like there's a lot of in the white of Santa's beard and cuffs and everything else, and I just like, I couldn't really see what I was doing, but I did it. But anyway, so this is where I am right now. See, and you can see now the star and the detail on the sleigh, and then here's where the harnesses are that I haven't done yet because it's Krynic. And I think I'm going to do some other kind of metallic here so that this stands out a little more, you know, this detail and this little star. I'll probably just do the regular red, and it's red with a red blending filament, you know, another shade of red. Not one that's used yet here, but just another shade of red. And so it wouldn't stand out. You know, it would glimmer a little bit, I guess, you know. But I think this would be nice if it's really, really stood out, like just a gold metallic or something like that. And so, and then there's metallic thread used up here as a garland on the Christmas tree, and you know. So how much I'll use, I don't know. I don't think I have all the right. I have the red blending filament that you use with a red DMC thread for these areas that I've left white. But I don't have I don't think I have the correct white blending filament for the stars or whatever the runner calls for or whatever. I don't know. But I had been working on this. I had some smaller pieces of blue thread that were saved in the bobbin, and I just used those for like all these little things, little areas in between the antlers and behind the reindeer. And then I was just using big long threads, long pieces to do this. And it's a round, design, but it's full coverage. So everywhere that hasn't been done yet is, apart from the sleigh runners and the metallic details, it's all this blue, all around Santa. And I don't know if I'm going to put the year in there or not. I might put 2018 now as opposed to 1995. I don't know. But, that's remains to be seen. But anyway, that's what I'm working on now. And the other thing I wanted to say is my brother-in-law's sister, my not quite sister-in-law, my sister's sister-in-law, gave me this scarf for Christmas. Isn't it beautiful? It's, I probably have it upside down. It's cats on this black background, and with a really, this various things on the border, circles and triangles and squiggly lines, and all that. But I think it's really, really nice. It's 100% silk and beautiful. Anyway, but when I remember looking at it going, that would make a really neat cross stitch. I might have to try that somehow. If I can draw those cats somehow, and anyway, so I thought, that's another idea that I have. Oh, and I've been working on, since I kind of got sick of Santa and the midnight sky and everything. So I've worked on my on charting my hymn chart that I'm doing, the Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. I had talked about how I picked an alphabet to use and everything, and so I worked on that last night for quite a while. I don't want to show off the whole chart, but I made some copies on my copier of this design book I have. Has some pages, some what's the word I want? Pages, yeah. Where they have some blank graph paper that you can use to make a design or whatever. So I tried to make copies of that on my printer at home and got all these white lines like I'm running out of ink or something on my printer. It worked fine at Christmas, but I don't know if I used up too much ink or whatever. But anyway, so it's good enough. That I can use it to chart. What I'm doing is charting the lines of the hymn and seeing how long they are to see how much room I'm going to need. But when I was at FedEx Kinko's or whatever, I made some more copies of that page, some clean copies of that graph paper page, and I have some graph paper here at home that's very big, but I wanted to see how long each of those lines is going to be, so that I can better plan how big this hymn chart is going to be. But anyway, so that's what I've been occupying myself with lately, and I want to finish that Santa now. However many years? How many years is it? 95, 2005, 2015, 20. It'll be 23 years, I guess, this December, this Christmas. I think it's enough time for Santa to be in his sleigh. 25 years. Oh. So hopefully I can finish that this year. And anyway, so hopefully this video will it won't cut off the way the other one did. I don't know what happened, but anyway, so happy stitching. Phantastitches is my channel. If on Elizabeth Martinez on Stitch Mania, and I have an Instagram account, but I don't post any. I haven't posted any stitching there. It's just personal stuff, and I have a personal Facebook page too. But I'm on Stitch Mania. If anybody wants to find my posts there. But anyway, so Phantastitches is the name of my Flosstube channel. This is update number 4, I guess. And well, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll have more information soon.